Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Very much excited for your session today.
Thank you. How are you, Anthony?
Yes, doing good. How are you?
That's good. Okay. I think, yeah, we right. So let's wait for some more time for the others to join, and then I will start the session.
Yes, sure.
Hi, Priya. Thanks for joining. So let's wait until 3:05, and then I will start the session, Priya and Anthony.
Sure.
Hi, Akash. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Hi, Padmahani.
Hello.
Hi, Mukesh. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So thanks for joining early. So we will wait for 5 more minutes for others to join. Then I will start the session. OutSystem announced Bangalore Developer Day, right? So how many of you planning to join there? Okay, great, Anthony. I'm also planning to come, so maybe we can meet in person.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Hi, Murali. Thanks for joining. Hi, Sharath Kumar. Hi, Jyoti Karthika. Hi, Priya. All right. Thanks for joining on time. So let's wait for 5 more minutes. I will start the session. Hi, Dinesh. Hi, Anand. Hi, Mohammed. So you can introduce yourself in the chat, or you can unmute and give this small introduction about yourself. Until we are until 5 minutes, maybe we can interact. So, and I'm just sharing the link in the chat about the Bangalore Developer Day. So it is going to happen coming 23rd August in Taj MG Road, Bangalore. So if anybody planning to join, please register. And maybe I'm also planning to come. Maybe we can meet in person. I hope it will be a great opportunity to learn new things from the community, and we can connect with each other and share the knowledge. So if you are planning to come, please click on the link and register. Okay, so now the time is 3 2 p.m. So we will wait for 3 more minutes, and then I will start the session. those things I am planning to cover in this session. So maybe yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I will just a second. Okay, so yeah, before starting the session, a little bit about our system community. So you are aware of our system community and what are the programs our system is offering. Just I will give a small introduction about each programs. So one of the program is user group. So for that only you have joined today. So it's a wonderful initiative started by our system, I think before 4 or 5 years. So user group is for the community, by the community. This is the place you can share the knowledge and gain the knowledge, not only for sharing the knowledge. It's a great opportunity, great platform for the what to say, the networking. You can connect with the fellow developers, and you can share the knowledge, and you can maybe you can take help from them for your jobs or things like that, right? So this is one of the initiatives started by OutSystem, and there is a website called outsystem.com/community. From there you can you can get the recent news, what is going on in the community, what are the recent events our system is planning to conduct, and is there any unknown whatever announcement, right? So if any update they have released for ODC, so all those things you can get it from this URL. And we all know, so our system is recognizing the people. There are two categories, one is champion and one is MVP. So I'm one of the champion. So you can get to know more of detail about this champion and MVP from this website. So if you are actively contributing to the community and helping the other developers to grow, so you can become a champion or MVP. So if you are doing any community activities and you are feeling you are eligible for champion, then you can apply to the champion program. So you can check this website. So when the application is opening, you can get the update, like you can get the mail notification about it, and that time you can apply to the champion. And MVP is a program, so we can apply for the MVP. So if you feel any one of the your mentor or whoever you are meeting in the community, right? So if you feel they are doing great things for the community, and if they are more eligible for the MVP, then you can nominate them for the MVP program. And it's a very big community, we all know. So there are, so maybe this one's maybe the old slide. So now it is more than that. So 824K plus members currently our system is having, and 2 million downloads and 2 million plus completed courses. There are any number of courses available in the system for all the areas like DevOps, testing, front end, and each domain. We are having so many courses. So yeah, so that thing also you can enroll and learn more things. And our system developer school, this is a great initiative by our system. So if you feel any one of your friend, okay, maybe they are for some different technologies, maybe um, they are .NET developer or Java developer, and if you feel if they learn our system grow very well in the career, they can you can share this URL to your friend. So so in this program, so if they enroll, they can get 2 weeks of training from the OutSystem experts, and in the end of the program, they will also get the voucher for attending the ODC exam, right? So this is the great thing. So you can share it to your friend whoever wants to start their career in OutSystem. And this is one of the programs, so our system research programs, right? So whenever you are doing the development, so maybe you may think, right? So what if this option is there, then it will be more useful, right? So you can share your idea in the idea section, but you can. This is also one of the opportunity. So whenever before releasing any product update to the community, right? So our system will get the feedback from the people who are part of the research program. So if you join the research program, you get the news, written news, like what are the We got to test more for the activities, and I'm happy. And this Chennai OutSystems user group led by two women. So that's me and one more person is Krishna. So she's one of the OutSystem MVP, currently working as a low-code consultant in DA Labs. And yes, so let's start our session. Okta plus ODC integration. So this is the two important URL. Maybe I will put it in the chat also. Just a minute. Sorry, just now I'm seeing your message. My voice is breaking.
Yes, Atimeri, yeah, it's a bit breaking.
Just a minute. I will change my place and try. Just a second. Now better? Can you please confirm now? Is it better?
Um,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
better now.
better now.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will stop my video so that the audio will not be get disturbed. I will share the URL in the chat. The main important two URLs what OutSystem is giving to us for the Okta configuration. So this is the two important URL OutSystem is providing for us. So I'm not going to go through that link, but if you have time, you can go through that. I'm going to show you the complete how to set up everything. I'm going to show you step by step. Okay. So before starting that, right? So in O11, there are we are having what to say several methods, but in ODC we are having only OpenID Connect. Okay, so OpenID Connect, just a small introduction about OpenID Connect. It's a simple identifier layer built on OAuth, right? And it is for user identifications. So they can, there will be an authorization server. With that, we can get the user profile information, and with the help of OpenID Connect, we can enable SSO. So we all know SSO, right? So when, for example, Microsoft in your organization, if you're having a Microsoft account, so once you log in, so whatever apps related to the same authentication mechanism, right? So it will be automatically open without further login. So that's a single sign-on. So if you so OpenID Connect enables single sign-on, and the user can the user can access the application without entering the credential again and again. Okay, just a small introduction, and yeah, this is the important thing I wanted to cover. So these are the steps I have noted down when I was doing the Okta configuration. Okay, so we are going to see each step in detail. So the first step is we have to create application in Okta and we have to assign the user. So I will show you how to create the account and everything in detail. So I just created one Okta trial account. 1 minute. So I will log into the Okta admin portal, and then I will create one application. So this is the Okta admin portal. So I will go to the application and create new application. So for creating new application, so we have to go under this one application, under application menu, and we need to click this button create app integrations. So it will show the different methods. So we have to select OpenID Connect, and for the application type we have to select web applications. Once we selected these two things, we have to click next. Then it will ask the further details. So for example, I am giving one Okta demo. So I'm creating one application name called Okta, and we have to select this one. Okay, so core grants a core and refresh token. And these things I will come to this point later on. So first, just to put the app name and click the refresh token also if you want. And then here, right? So we'll create the group later on. So first I will create the Okta login. Then I will show you how to groups in Okta and how we can map groups with our system roles. Okay, skipping the group assignment. So in this step, just I have added the application name. I want to pass the referral, and I am enabling this option for now. So I will create the group later on, and I will show you how to do the map. So I'm just clicking save. Now this application got created, right? What I will do is assignment. I will go to the assignment. I will assign some of the people to this particular application. So I'm assigning a particular person. So hatimiri.antony@asia.com. So I'm just assigning one person. You can enter the details. So, but for OutSystem, so the name, email ID, and these two things are very much important. So it's already having. So no need to fill that. Okay, fill any other details. So if you really want to pass some additional detail, then you can pass that one, and you can. Mention that in the scope or claims, right? So for now I'm not going to I don't want any other information. I'm just clicking save. Okay, and if you want to, so I already this user was there, so I just assign to that. If you want to create new user, right, you can just go to the directory and people, and you can click add person, and you can fill their information. So first name, last name, username, primary email. So these are the mandatory option, and you can activate the user. So you can send the mail, like you can, otherwise you can set the password, and they have to change the password and they log in, right? So like that you can create a user. So for now I already having one user, and I'm just assign that user to the application. Okay, so our first step is over, right? Create application in Okta and assign user. So this step is over. So now we have to note down the discovery endpoint from the default authorization server. Okay, so app is there. So where we can find the default authorization server, right? So it's under security. So under security, you have to go to the API. Okay, so you can see the default authorization server for this complete Okta account. So I am clicking on that, and URL, right? So this is the one we have to enter. So this is in ODC they are calling this discovery endpoint. So this one is very much important for creating the Okta configuration. So I'm just noting down in one notepad. Okay, so I have noted down. So I went to secure and the API, the default authorization server. I went inside and settings tab. I copied this particular URL and noted down. Okay, so now my second step was right. So now let's go to the third step. I have to note down the client ID and second application general settings. Okay, now again I'm going to the application. So I'm having more applications, so which I have created just now. Yeah, this one, Okta demo. So this is the one I have just created. Okay. So if when you go inside, right, so you can see the client ID and client secret. I'm just copying that and noting down. So this is my client ID and this is my client secret. Okay. So now this step is also over. Okay, and this is the important step. We have to create essential claims in the under the default authorization server. So by default, right, in Okta, we will have only this many claims. Okay, just a minute. So it will have only these three claims. Okay, SUP sub, email, and groups. So this one, so this is the important one. You can't remove it, but you can edit the value. So and email and groups. So these things also you can edit it, and you can add your own claims. Okay. So this is what by default we will have in any Okta account. But this one will not work for our out system. Okay. So we have to pass the ID in the sub, then only ODC can understand, identify the user and create a user, and map the role mapping and the other things, right? So for the SUP, we have to specify the value properly. And there are some other things also we have to add it in the scope. I will show you that what are the things are important. Just a minute. I will go to the, yeah. So to go to the claims, right? So we have to properly set the claims. This is the important step. So you have to go to the API, security API, and you have to go inside this authorization server and in the claims, right? In the claims, you have to set these claims. Okay, these four claims are important. So these are related to the groups. So I will come to that point later on. But these four claims is very much important for the Okta to work in ODC. So initially it was different. So what I done is I just click on edit and I have changed the value as user.id. Okay. And the email and the name I want first name and last name together with a space. So I have just put this formula user.first name plus space and then user.last name, and we have to include this in an access token and any scope if we have to select this any scope. Okay, and the profile URL user.profile URL, this is also important. So the client names are SUP, email, name, and picture. So these four things are very much important for our ODC to work. So maybe I will include that in the PPT and I will share this PPT in the event page once the event is over. All right. So now, so the claims are added, right? So already I'm having the claims. If you can add the claims like this, you can just click add claim and you can put the name, for example, picture, right? So picture, and you can specify whether it is port of access token or ID token, and you can put the value here. Okay. So already I have done. So these things are already there. Okay. So now let's go to the next step. So what is the next step? Okay. So we have to create the Okta configuration in ODC. So before that, I think I just missed one point. Okay. So we have to properly set the access policy for the default authorization server. So we have set the claims, so, but we have to set the access policy also, and we have to specify what are the claims you want to pass. Okay, so how you can do is first you have to click the access policy. You can put any names, and you have to just create. After that, once the access policy is created, you have to set the rule. Okay, so you can. So this is the rule I have set. So authorization code, device authorization, any user assigned to the app, so these automatically I don't change anything. So, but this is the important step. If you don't want to show all the scopes, then you can specify the scopes like that. First of all, the scopes, right? I will show you the scopes that is. The default scopes, any app will have, you can get the description. So,
Sorry to
is
interrupt,
very much
Hadi.
important
We are unable to hear you.
signals that access is very low. So this is very much important. And
Your voice is breaking. You're not clear.
is it? Now is it better? Still any breaking is there?
Yeah, now it's
No,
better.
Hatim, now it's better.
It's better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to. Okay, I was in scope session. Okay, so these are the scopes by default Okta will have. Okay, so maybe sometime you want to restrict some of the scope, right? I don't want to share all the scopes in the token, right? So that thing you can achieve with the access policies, but I don't want to. I'm not having any other scopes. I'm having by the default whatever out whatever coming with Actor, that one only I'm having. So I have selected in the rule, I have selected any scopes. Otherwise, you can specify like this, open ID, like that. Yeah, you can, when you enter, it will automatically populate the scopes you are having under this default authorization server. You can select that and save it. Okay, so this is the important step. You have to set the access policy properly, otherwise your Okta configuration will not work. The three things are important. Scopes. So scopes you have to just verify it is having open ID, profile, okay, and email. These things are very much important. And claims, you have to modify the claims like this. The main thing is this SUP, right? So it should have user.id. And for ODC, we have to pass email as well as picture. So these are the common scopes we must pass, then only the configuration will work. And you have to set up the access policy and add the rule. Okay, so once you've done all the after said, you have created one user and you have mapped it and you have properly set the scopes and claims and access policy, and you have noted down the URL, the client ID and client secret, right? So now I will create the authorization OpenID. Sorry, I will configure the Okta in the ODC. Okay, so for that you have to go to this one, manage identity provider. So in that, when you click on this add provider, you will get this OpenID connect option. Okay, click that. Entering some name to this. So this name is also very much important. We have to use this name inside the code while configuring the login. Like we have to change the login mechanism as well. So I mentioned this one. So now I'm going to put the discovery endpoint. Okay. So this is the one I am having. I have taken from the default authorization server, and I will put the client ID, and I will put the client secret, and this PKC, this one, right? So don't change it. Keep SHA256 only, and by default you can see this one, right? So claims. So this one's also don't change anything. So name, email, picture. So this one will come automatically. So these are the things we have to be definitely pass, and open ID, email, profile. So these things don't change it. And then once you've done all these things, right, just click on get details. Okay, so you will get all this information. Just save this. Okay, so now my I have created one configuration. So our this step is over, right? So fill the discovery endpoint, client ID, client secret, and click fetch details and save the configuration. So now the seventh step is we have to assign the stages and note down the login and logout URL. So first we have done everything needed in the Okta site. We have created a user, we have mapped that user, and we have noted down the discovery endpoint, that meta URL and the client ID and client secret, and we have kept the essential claims, scopes, and access policies. And now we are doing the other configuration on the ODC side. So Okta said everything is over, and in the ODC side, I have configured. So now I have to assign the stages, right? So assign, I have to click assign here. You can see this option, so you can use it for the Okta portal also. Then you can select organization, or if you want to use this Okta as a login provider for the any particular stage, you can select, or if you want for both the stage, you can select like this. So based upon that, out system ODC will create the URL, okay, the login URL and logout URL. Okay, so now you just created. So once I have done, right, okay, it will, it will redirect to the documentation URL I just sent in the chat. The second URL, we have to update the apps to use this particular Okta provider. I will come to that step, but before that, let's note down the URLs, right? So I have selected both the stages. That's why it created the login and logout URL for the both the stages. So now I will just take the development one. I'm just copying the login URL, again putting in the notepad. This is my login URL and this is my logout URL, right? So now I have to enter this information in the Okta. Okay. So ODC side, everything we have added and provided the login and logout URL. This one we have to go to Okta portal and configure under the application we just created. So I'm going to the application. Okay, so this is the application I just created after demo. So under that, right, you can see, 1 minute. Yeah, here it is, right? So the login and logout URL. So I will edit this one. So for that, you have to click edit near to the general settings. Then you can go to here and let's paste the login and logout URL. So this is my login URL. And this is my logout URL. Okay, so I just added that and I'm saving this information. Okay, so now this one is done. Okay, so let's go to the slide one more time. So we were in the seventh step, right? So we have noted out login and logout URL, and we have edited the general settings of the application and added the login and logout URL. So now it's the time to modify the login flow in ODC app. So how to do that? So by default, it will show the normal login screen, right? So we have to enter the username and password, which we have set it in the ODC portal, right? So how we can change the login flow so that it will point the Okta one instead of the out of the box that login flow, right? So how to do that? I will show you. Okay, so I have just created one test application. I have not done much. Maybe I will do it again for you. Okay, simple application I just created. So what you have to do is you have to consume to DC portal. Okay, so if you type external, right, you will get some options. You have to consume this one. Get external login URL and get external logout URL. So I have already added an NC, so I'm just closing this one. And then what we need to do is we have to create one login screen with the button, right? Login with Okta. So I'm creating one screen. So I'm calling it as login with Okta. Okay, I'm just creating one screen and just adding one button here. Okay, it's having one button, and I'm just creating a client action. So what I have to do here, right? So what will happen? So for the we have consumed the two external login URL and login. So this is for login. So I'm just drag and drop the login URL. So now we have to put the identity provided. So I have noted down the name in ODC portal. Name I have to put. You can what you can do is it can vary, right? So you can create a one settings property, or in O11 we will call it as site property, right? So and then in non-application ready you can assign the same to the client variable, and then you can pass, right? So I'm just for project, so I'm just confident. After that I have to read that it will return the URL I have configured, right? It will return the URL, redirect the user in this one. Okay, so this is the thing I have to do it. And what I have to do more is
Your voice is breaking, Hathmeri. Yeah, it's breaking again.
also in the log you have to modify everything. So
Hati, your voice is breaking now.
hello, is it better if you please confirm? Is it
Yeah, it's still, yeah, it's better.
Yeah, it's better now.
alright? I don't know what is. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so now I am changing below. So link is mentioned, right? So for example, this one, right? So we are redirecting the login. So better what you can do is you can just delete this login button, login link altogether. So it will throw error, right? So wherever it is throwing the error, then it will be easy for you to go there and update the logic, right? So this is the login URL is used. I'm going there. So I'm just uh, calling on action. So in that inside in the action, I'm just calling the external I'm just fetching the external login URL by specific I'm just mentioning my identifier provider, so it will fetch the external login URL and I will redirect the user to that particular URL. So wherever the login link is mentioned, right, so I'm just adding this logic. Okay, I will just copy this so it will be easy for me to put, or you can create one common client action and call it wherever it's required. So this is one of the easiest way, instead of going through all the link and all, right, so very difficult to do. So you can just delete the login page and wherever it is pointing to that, you can just go there and update the logic. And similarly, you have to change the logout URL as well. Okay, so this is done. So now here only we are having the logout URL, right? So here I click on it, it will go to the logout. So instead of this one, I will just create a, or I will go to the client logout action itself. So here, instead of calling this, I will call the logout get external logout URL. I will mention header after demo. Okay, and I will redirect user to the that URL. Okay, so now that's it. So I'm having one page, just one page I'm having, and I'm having one button, and then I am when anybody click on it, I'm redirecting the user to the um, Okta. Then you will see how it is working. Okay, so I'm creating one home screen, and I'm keeping this one as the default screen, and this is the login screen, my login screen. Okay, so I have set up the complete application. I'm just publishing it. So this particular screen, you can see it's accessible by only this particular role, Okta config test app. I have not done any configuration for the groups or roles as of now, right? So we will see how the login is working and what error we will get if we are not set up the groups or roles. Then I will tell you how to set up the roles and how to create the groups in Okta and how we can map the groups with the roles. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, it is published now. So now I will use this URL and try to log in. Only one user under the application, that particular application, right? Hatimeri.Antony, that particular account. Yeah. See now. Okay, I am already with that account. That's why. Wait 1 minute. I will try it in the incognito window. So when somebody try to log in this page, right? So it will go to the, yeah, one more place also I have to change, I think. So whenever the any security exception occur, right? So there is a two-way of doing it. If you want to, if any security exception occur, if you want the user to directly log into the Okta, you can do this way. What you can do is you can redirect them login page. That's it, right? So if you redirect to the login page, so whenever any error during login, or if they don't have, if they have not logged in yet, just log in with Okta, but log in with Okta, right? So the button. If you want to show that screen, if your application is having custom screen for login, then instead of directly redirecting the user to the Okta portal when any security exception occur, instead of that, you have to put particular destination here. Okay, so far fine, I will go with this. So it is asking me to log into the Okta portal. So you can see the application name also, Okta demo, right? So this is the application we have configured. So I'm entering the particular user which I have assigned to this particular Okta demo application, and I will put the code to login. Okay, so I have logged into this particular account. You can see my name is also populating from Okta, but I'm getting this none as you are not having permission for accessing the screen. That error I'm getting. Why I'm getting this error? Because in my screen, right, I have put only authenticated user with the particular role only can access this URL, right? So in the home page, that this is the role is mandatory for accessing the screen, right? But we created any groups or roles in the Okta side, right? So I will set this. I will set this one. Okay, I will tell how to do that, how to create groups in Okta, and how we can enable the role-based access with Okta. So for that, again, I am going to the Okta portal. Okay, so now the login thing is working fine. So now it's time to enable the role-based access, right? So if you go to here, under directory, you will find groups. Okay, you can create the groups here. So I'm just adding one group. So I'm using the same role name. You can use any name, that is not a problem. But you have to map it properly while doing the mapping. That's it. That's the only thing. So I'm okay. This is the role I'm having in the ODC portal. I'm just creating one group, after config test app. Okay. So now I have to assign this particular group with my application, as well as I have to add one user this particular group, right? So I am having one group, I am having one people, one person, and having one application. So application and people I have mapped already. Now I have to map application and group, and I have to tell this particular person is part of this group, right? So how to do that? So I will go to the application again, and under this application there is the assignment tab, right? There only we have assigned that particular person. So now I am assigning the group. Okay, assigning a group after config test tab. Okay, and yeah, this group is assigned now. Now I have to tell this Hatimiri account is part of this group, right? So I am going to this group. So you can see here, right? It is also associated with one application but having 0 people. So I'm assigning my account under this particular group. So when I go inside the group, you can see assign people option, and you can just assign. I am assigning my account here, right? Maybe I will use this account. Okay, so this person is already having access to that particular application. This person, I will just assign it. Okay, this person is part of this group, and this group is mapped with the application, right? So now we will see how it is working. Okay, so now I just created, I have done everything in the Okta side, right? But in ODC side also we have to create a group, right? Then only we can do the mapping. So I'm going to the ODC portal. So here under the manage, you can see end user groups. Okay, I'm going to create one groups now. So maybe for now, for the development stage. So the same name I'm putting here as well. And end user role, right? I'm going to assign now. My app name is, yeah, this is the one. So this is the role I'm having. I'm just adding it. Okay, and I'm just clicking on create group. So it will show one warning. Do you want to create group without any user? I'm saying yes, because the user will come from, right? I just created the groups. Now I am having group in Okta. I'm having group in ODC. Now we have to map Okta group with the ODC group. So for that, again we have to go to the identity provider. Okay, and this is the one we have to click. This is the one I have just created. So here only I can map the Okta group with the our ODC groups. So you can click add mapping. So if you see here, it is asking the claim name and claim value. So now you can understand, right? So for creating the group mapping, we need to create a claim under our default authorization provider, right? So again, I'm going to the Okta portal. I'm going to the API, security API, and going inside the default authorization server. And here under the claims, I have to add that particular group. These are the groups I have previously added. I will add and just I will tell you what it's doing. So I'm adding a claim called same thing after config test tab. And I'm saying include in the access token. I'm just saying it's a group which is equal to same name. This is the same name I have put, right? In the after also I have put the same group. So I'm just creating it. Okay, similarly I have to create for ID token as well. Okay, so ID token and the group equals this particular group. Okay, I have just created now. Put the value here. Okay, so the client name is this is the client name I have just used here, right? After config as a client name, right? I'm adding the same client name. Client value is, I think it's a group. The group name also same. Maybe you can put some different name here and do that. That is also fine. You can say group one, And here you can, while specifying, you can say client name is group 1 and this is my group name. That is also fine. But for now, I have kept both the names same, so I'm using the same thing. No need to change anything in the delimiter. And here, all the groups, whatever we have created in the particular ODC stage will appear. So this is the group I just created for this one, right? So after config test app, I'm just mapping that one. I'm just saving it. Okay. So what I have done now, I have created a group in Okta. I have assigned one particular user, that is a different user. Okay, that user is part of the group, and that group is mapped with the application whatever I am using. And I have added the claims properly for the particular group. And then in the Okta portal, sorry, in the ODC portal, I have created one end user group and I have done the mapping by name and value. Okay, so this is active now. So now let's check again. Okay, so this particular user, right, is not part of that particular group. Hatimiri.data. So now still I don't have permission. Okay. Now I will because I have to log in again. Then only that will create a new token. So I want to try again. So this is the URL. I will try it in a project window. So it's again asking me to enter the credential. Now I will try with a different account. I have just assigned to that particular group, right? So hatimiri@gmail.com. I forgot my password. Okay, sorry for that. I will log in another user only. I Okay, particular user is also having the access to that particular application, right? With this one, and I will change show you one more time. So I am having the access to the particular application, right? But I don't have access to that particular group. So still I am getting the invalid permission because I am not part of that group. I am having association with the application, but I am not part of that group, right? So that role is still not enabled because we have told this is the group in Okta and this is the role in ODC. So that one only we have mapped. Even though I'm having access to the application, I'm not part of that group. I'm so still, for me, the role is not enabled. So now with the same account only, let's try again. What I will do is I will assign this particular user under that group as well. Okay. So I'm going to the group again and I'm assigning this user also. Okay, assign people and I'm adding this particular account also again. So when you are configuring, right, so after you made some change, don't, maybe this is the common mistake somebody will do, so immediately it will not reflect. You have to log in again because the token has to generate again, right? So you have to log out and log in again, then only you can get the, you can see the result. Okay, I'm trying again with that account. I have now, my ID is part of, still the session is in 1 minute. Now I'm part of that particular group. Okay, so again I will, okay, now this particular user is part of the group, so the role should work, right? The role mapping should work. Let's see. Yeah, so it is not showing the invalid permission screen. In the home page, I'm currently not having anything. The home page is loaded properly. Okay, so this is the step. This only you can configure the Okta one. And regarding the troubleshooting, right? So if you go to the Okta application, right? Sometimes Okta said it will go fine, but if you are not passing the proper claims or scope in the ODC side, right, then you will get error called not able to log into this particular authentication provider. Okay, identity provider. So that time, how we can debug is, because in ODC side we will not get any logs for this. So, but in the Okta side, if you go to the application, and if you know the inside, you can go to the whatever application you are using, and if you click on the view logs, you can see the things like whether it is successful or not. You can see, right? So from this, you can identify whether the problem with the Okta side or ODC side. So if it is success, then no problem with the Okta. So Okta thing is going smoothly, but the way you are passing the information via token, right? There only the problem is. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to go to the security and API. You have to make sure you are having all the things properly. Means the scopes, claims, and specifically access policy. These three things are important. So if you set everything properly, then definitely it will work. Okay, now I will go to the slide one more. So we have modified the law, we have created the group and assigned one user, and we have assigned the app also, like we have mapped the app with the groups, and we have created a client under the default application server, and in the ODC we have created the groups, and we have mapped the client, Okta client with the ODC group and the configuration. So these are the steps you have to follow to add an ODC using Okta OpenID Connect, and you can create a group and enable the role-based access. Okay, and I am adding this one also, like what are the important clients you have to keep it, because this is where I have struggled. So this one not mentioned in the audition and all. So this is very important. We have to pass all the information via clients properly. So if you do that, definitely you can enable the ODC, Okta successful login in the ODC portal. Okay, so now it's the time for the question. So if you have any question, you can ask. I will stop the screen share. So yes, yes, Hiran. So we will share the recording in the same event page. So I will upload it. I will upload the YouTube link in the same event page, so you can refer that later as well. And I will also upload this PPT, and it's having the necessary information as well. So any questions from anyone? Thank you, Sachin. Any questions? All right. So thanks for joining. If you have worked on something and you while troubleshooting you face some issues and it's not mentioned in the OutSystem portal, you have struggled and got the answer. You can very well share your knowledge to the community, so it will help some other person, right? So if you have any kind of topic like this, you can definitely reach out to me or Krishnambal. So we will help you. So you can also speak in the OutSystem user group and share your knowledge with the community. And so now it's the time for the quiz. I have prepared the quiz also, and also the people will get the vote. Sorry, the swag gets whoever is winning the first three people, right? So they will get the swag gets. So I will just share my screen and give the game token. 1 minute. Okay. Again, let me share. Hope my screen is visible. Okay.
Not yet.
Yes.
Okay. Once it's visible, I'll just do.
Visible now.
Yeah, it's visible.
So now it's time. And if you have any ODC environment, this thing can't try it with the trial account. If you're part of any organization, you can try that as well. Easily get the Okta subscription. It's for 30 days. You can subscribe to that without putting any credit card. Very easy to get the trial. So you can also do a small POC, and if you face any issue, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Yeah, okay. What is this? 1 minute. One minute. Okay, finally found it. Okay, so this is the game pin. I'm sharing the link in the chat, and you can go to this website and put the pin, and you can join this room and participate in the quiz. So we hope you have attended previously, but I will tell the rules again. So I'm going to provide you 8 questions. So not only the correct answer, the time is also matter. So whoever is answering very fast and correct answer, right? So the platform will automatically calculate the score, and the first three people will get the swag from our system. Okay, I'll wait for some more time for all the participants to join. And can we take a group picture? Okay, I think already some people left. So just before starting the quiz, right? So can you switch on the video and maybe we can take a group pick? So please switch on the video. I will stop the screen share. Thanks, Kritika. Yeah, thanks, Anna. Thanks, Vishnu. Yeah, please switch on the video. Thanks, Yashwant. Yeah, thank you, Nandini. Thanks, Aura. Okay, let's take a bit. Yeah, I'm just taking a screenshot. Thanks, everyone. So I will share my screen again and start the game. Okay, let me start. Okay, the first question. Which client provides user email in the ID token? So, yeah, email is the correct answer. We are having one client called email as well. So SUP, that one, sub that one, we have to pass the ID, and in the email we can pass the user email ID. Okay. So let's move to the next question. So before that, Sachin is leading, and then Yashwant, and third place is Mukesh. So this one, anytime it can change. So let's go to the second question. How are ODC roles typically mapped using Okta clients? Yeah, I think most of the people already answered. Okay. And the answer is no, we no need to assign the user to the application. So if you do the climb and group mapping, automatically the user will be assigned to the roles and the particular application. So the first option is the right one. By using custom clients with group names, you can map the OTC roles with the Okta clients. Okay, so there is, we have seen, right. So there is an option called client, like group mapping. If you click that, you have to put the claim and value and select the end user group name, right? So with that, we can map the Okta clients with the ODC roles. Okay, so now let's see who is leading. So Mayank is leading. Second place is Batma, and third place is Nanda. Sachin and Yashwant is in fourth and fifth place. So let's see. This can change anytime. So please answer very fast. What is required in the Okta authorization server to send the group's claim in the token? Okay. Yeah, the right answer is add a custom group filter to the climb. So when we are adding the group line climb, we have to put the filter, group filter. So group is equal to this particular group, right? So that is the correct answer. And now let's see who is leading. So Mayank is still leading. Second place is Batma. Third place is Mukesh. Fourth is Sankar. And fifth is Makesh. Okay, let's move to the next question. I'm having only 8 questions, so still 5 questions we are having. What value should be passed in the subclaim when integrating Okta with ODC? It's a very important thing. This is identifier. I okay. Yeah. Yes, user.id. So yeah, so in the SUP we have to put user.id. So the default one maybe it is having username, but for OTC we have to pass user.id. Then only the configuration will work. Okay, so now let's see who is leading. Mayank is still leading. Second is Batma. Third Upasana. Fourth is Sachin. Fifth is Nandini. So let's move to the next question. The fifth question is true or false. The subclaim in an ID token must always be set to the user email address. Okay, it's similar to the last question. Okay, the answer is false. We have to pass user.id, not user.email in the subclaim. Okay, so maybe whoever maybe watch this recording again, and I will share the PPT as well, so we will get more idea because understanding these things immediately maybe it's a problem because for me also it took time. I know, so please go through the session, then you will get clearly. So the correct answer is false. No need to pass the user email. We need to pass user.id. Okay, so now let's see who is leading. Mayank is still leading, Upasana is second, and Sachin is third. Fourth is Batma, and fifth is Magesh. So let's go to the next question. The sixth question, you must configure the login redirect URI and logout redirect URI in the Okta application settings. Okay, everybody answered already. Let's see. Yes, the answer is true. Yes, we have to configure the login redirect URI and logout redirect URI, which we have taken from the ODC in the Okta application settings. Okay, now let's see the scoreboard. Mayank is still leading, and Upasana is second, and third is Magesh, fourth is Nantini, and fifth is Sachin. Let's keep on changing. So still we have two more questions. This is also true or false. Is it possible to set up different account for different stages? Okay, everybody's answered already. Yes, we can set up different. We can use different account for different stages. So dev stages, you can use different account, and for prod you can use different account. So that is possible in ODC. Okay, now no change in the scoreboard. Okay, now let's go to the fifth question. Sorry, eighth question. Where do you configure the login redirect URL in Okta? So you have to tell the path properly. Yes, this is the correct place. So under the application, there is a general tab. So in that, there is a box called login. So there we have to put the redirect URL. Okay. So now let's see who is winning the brackets. Third is Nantini. Congratulations, Nantini. Second is Vipassana. And first, I think it's Maya. Maybe can we let. Yeah, first is Maya. Congratulations, Maya, Upasana, and Nandini, and congratulations to Mukesh and the other runner-up as well. Okay, and for other participants also, thank you one more time. So during the weekdays you have joined and spend your time for learning the new thing. So if you have any interesting topic like this, please feel free to reach out to me. I will also help you so you can share the knowledge with me. Okay, thank you everyone. And after this session, you can please share your feedbacks and you can also suggest the topic for the next session. So we will definitely cover those sessions. Bye.
Thank you.